Hi, my name's Alana, and I am peer reviewing Megan Shorman's photos. And I believe that she does follow all of the requirements of the project. I think that her photos are really telling a story. I think there's a lot of elements and principles that go into her photos that convey her message of all of her story. I think some of the elements that she has throughout, she has a lot of lines and continuous lines throughout her photos. Here's just some in the doorway. There's a lot throughout her objects in them. There's a lot of different shape throughout these photos too. There's organic and geometric shape shown just all throughout these photos. There's a lot of form within these photos as well. There's 3D objects that have volume and thickness to her photos. I believe that her lighting throughout is pretty dull, and the theme overall just seems like a horror. I don't think many of her photos should have been bright, and they aren't, so I think that contributes a lot to her story. There's a lot of different textures that go throughout her photos as well. Just even with the carpet and the wood, there's just many different textures throughout the photos. She's showing a lot of emphasis with the main girl in her photos. It really helps to get to the point of what her story is about. I think her photos are mostly surreal. Almost all of them are surreal. I wouldn't say that any of them are actually unreal, because this is totally something that could happen in real life. But she is telling a story. I think her story, like I said before, is mostly horror, but I think it's about a girl that is trying to kill somebody. She looks like a serial killer because it looks like she goes from person to person. She goes in the room and out of the room. A little thing that I was confused by, though, is these photos, just because maybe she's showing remorse, but her last photos came from in the room and then out to here. So they were just a little bit confusing. I think her best photos would have to be these ones, just because the lighting in them, it really shows a lot of emphasis on the main girl that clearly looks like she is killing somebody or multiple people. I think it helps a lot having the lighting like this. I think some of her photos that are weak, though, I would have to say would be these ones. Just because I don't know if the main girl is showing remorse or what she's trying to show, or how it skipped just from this photo to this photo. So I would say those are just a little bit weak. To improve her photos, I would maybe say, or just her overall portfolio, I'd maybe say just add a couple photos at the beginning or the end, just so her story does come full circle. The ending, I think, actually does a better job, just because it looks like who's ever taking these photos that maybe she's trying to kill her. But maybe just add a couple more photos to improve her narrative, because I believe that there could be more to the story. But overall, I would say that her portfolio, she does a very good job at it, at showing a story and making everything look very real.